Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? We're live. Hey, do you like my hat? Why don't you like this video if you like my hat? Shut up. I don't want colder stuff, McDonald's. Those yellow arches, they're brainwashing. You know how when I snap my finger, you start clucking like a chicken? Every time you see those, all of a sudden you start craving unhealthy food. It's how they brainwashed our parents and grandparents to teach us that's normal, and then we think it's normal. Then combined with the universal brainwashing effect. I mean, I just want something blue and cold right now, and it could be my great great grandfather's wiener that's been in the freezer for the last 18 years after my dad killed him. I'm just joking. That's shit. I shouldn't have said that. That was a joke. I am performing for an audience. This is an audition tape, and that's part of the script. And I'm memorizing the script. And if you like eco-friendly Earth Day stuff, 420 just passed, so you want to listen to Mark and Kelly talk about weed and saving the Earth and a bunch of shit. This is the most boring episode you'll ever watch, but like it anyways, and then don't watch any of it. Episode 162, bitches.
The medium Oreo frappe is $3.50.
The Simon and Garfunkel story is a nostalgic multimedia experience with a full band performing all the hits. Don't miss them April 30th through May 5th at the CIBC Theater. Get tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com.
Watch meteorologist Larry Mowry on Eyewitness News.
It's live with Kelly and Mark. Today, from the hit drama Crazy Dolly, Kim Raver. And one of the stars of the series Shogun, Hirooyuki Sanada. Plus, we're kicking off live, go crazy, with eco-friendly tricks for your everyday life. Also, the amazing Andy Cohen takes a seat.
So, Andy, tell us. We just 420 was on Saturday. Did you get high and take naked 2 hour long baths with your adult children? Not adult, that's actually okay. Your adopted children. So, what'd you do for Earth Day? Did you smoke a bunch of weed with your friends and then get naked and sit in a bathtub with your naked, 8-year-old and 6-year-old adopted children and let them just look at this strange man's junk? Did you do a little hee? I wonder if they're testing out Andy to take Mark's place. You know, the guy needs a little gay spark. After Regis, they needed a gay spark, and Strahan wasn't gay enough. Ryan Seacrest was gay enough. Andy Cohen's gay. Look how fat he is. Look at his belly. You know what I would do? If I were a guest host, I would come out like this and like with my hands, holding hands, like, hey, wave everything. And then when we come to the chair, check this out. Here's the chair. I would come to the chair, right? And I would get behind it and make her think I was going to pull it out because I bet like her husband and Ryan, it's probably been pulled out for a year. She just expected. I would go out there and I'd come behind the chair and I'd put my hands on it and then I'd just walk away and go back to my chair and have her like sit there and have to like pull out her own chair. And she'll be sitting there like this, like, oh, she'll step to the side and let you pull it out for her. And then I'd go like this, and then I'd go behind it, and then I would just walk back to my chair and see if she looks at me, and then she'd have to pull out her own chair. That's my way of saying, I'm pulling out your damn chair and helping you sit down. You need to exercise, you old ass bitch. This is equal opportunity. I ain't no chivalrous motherfucker. That's harassment. Equal opportunity. You get to pull out your own chair just like all the men do. Now you know what it's like to be a man. And cut. All right, let's try it again from the top. Let's go to position 2. And we'll start at paragraph 3 on page 7. Right here. It's like go behind the chair, but don't pull it out. Have her have to push it out for herself, but stand there and pretend like you're helping her. And you take credit for like pulling out the chair for her?
Welcome, welcome. It's April 22nd, 2024. It is Earth Day today. And who better to fill in for Mark on Earth Day is none other than Andy Cohen.
Someone who smokes pot so much that all the other kitchenware bows down to La Olla. Yes, then a pothead. You fucking dirty pothead.
It is Earth Day today, and who better to fill in for Mark on Earth Day is none other than
Pothead. No. No.
Fill in for Mark on Earth Day is none other. Who better to fill in for Mark on
Then pothead. Oh my god, don't tell me this shit. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you.
Who better to fill in for Mark
Than a coke and a pothead.
than Andy Cohen? Fill in for Mark on Earth Day is not
Then cocaine addicted.
Cohen.
Oh my god. Here we go. Here we go.
Who better to fill in for Mark on Earth Day
Then a cocaine addicted.
Andy Cohen.
When you think Earth Day,
When you think Earth Day, you think Andy Cohen.
I am at one with the dirt and the trees.
You are.
Yes. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for
So
being
fun
here.
to be here.
Yeah.
And it's so fun.
You know, there's so much to discuss.
There is so much to discuss.
Mark and I were away this week.
You weren't just away. It's not like you went to kind of the Jersey Shore for the weekend.
We were in
Tell
Africa.
the people. You went to Africa for the weekend.
Yes, I went to Africa for the weekend.
Okay. And is that a good weekend jaunt spot?
It's
Was
fun.
that- yeah. Are you jet lagged?
No, I did something really smart. I stayed awake on the flight home because
Okay.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
If I had caved into my instinct, which was, I'm so tired, I have to fall asleep, I would have slept on the plane and then been up all night last night.
Right.
I knew I had to push through no matter how tired I was.
Okay.
Is that okay? What is that?
No, it's coffee.
Oh, coffee.
Okay.
Oh, you want your tea?
No, everything's good. It was a mystery drink, and I said I'm gonna go for it. Go on.
And so I stayed awake and I slept like a baby
You
last
did.
night, and now I'm back. I'm back.
Good.
So I want to show you. I want to
Look at this man.
I got to show you this man. I got to show you
Wow.
my man. That's Mark Consuelos. What, Kelly? What were you doing? Where were you in Africa? You may be wondering. We were in Tangier, in Morocco.
Yes.
Having sex.
Which was gorgeous
For
for
money.
our friend's
In
wedding.
front of
Joe
orphans.
Mahota and Michael Russell got married, and here are the
And
grooms.
Joe Mahota, the king of Broadway.
King of Broadway.
Yes. And we went to Africa. We went to Tangier to have sex for a charity event.
I stayed awake and I slept like a baby
You
last
did.
night, and now I'm back. I'm back.
Good. Good.
So I want to show you. I want to.
Look at this man.
I got to show you this man. I got to show you
Wow.
my man. That's Mark Consuelos. What, Kelly? What were you doing? Where were you in Africa? You may be wondering. We were in Tangier, in Morocco.
Yes.
Which was gorgeous for our friend's wedding. Joe Mahota and Michael,
Who fucked each other, and we all videotaped it for our streaming to raise money for a charity to help give water to African bald children.
Broadway star, but now a big shot agent.
Yes.
And that is.
Go on.
And so I stayed awake and I slept like a baby
You
last
did.
night, and now I'm back. I'm back.
Good.
So
Good.
I want to show you. I want
Look at this man.
I gotta show you this man. I gotta show you my man. That's Mark Consuelos. What, Kelly? What were you doing? Where were you in Africa? You may be wondering. We were in Tangier, in Morocco.
Yes.
We were having sexual intercourse in front of Jeffrey Epstein's children to raise money for these two gay people who don't have water.
Oh, to the king of Broadway.
King of Broadway is a very, not just a Broadway star, but now a big shot agent.
Yes.
And that is Michael Russell's dad, Sam, who performed the ceremony.
That's
and
nice.
did an incredible job.
Wow. This is great. Well, you know what? Gay weddings kind of disgust me.
What? Why?
I just don't think two dudes should get married.
Stop.
This is amazing, and they look so handsome.
They were so handsome.
Yes.
They were so. Their families were so just. It was a beautiful. They were kvelling. It was a beautiful gathering of friends.
Kelly just repeated what Andy said. And Andy finished her sentence. They were just, and then he finishes her sentence, says, cavelling, take a shot. And then she repeats, yes, cavelling, take another shot. So you got to take 2 shots now because he finished her sentence. Why does Kelly have the reputation of being some dim-witted dumbbird that can't finish her own sentences?
This is amazing, and they look so handsome.
They were so handsome.
Yes.
They were so. Their families were so. Just. It was a beautiful. They were kvelling. It was a beautiful gathering of friends, old and new, and their families and their work colleagues.
Well, aren't you wondering what Kelly wore?
Yes. Aren't you wondering?
Yes.
There
Look
she is.
how beautiful.
I managed to get into a photo. If you can imagine.
Yes.
Yeah.
You two look so great.
Thank you. We had a wonderful.
Did you dance?
Time. We danced all night.
Really?
Yes, we danced.
Good DJ?
Great DJ.
Really?
It was it was an extraordinary night.
Wow.
We had 2. It was the night before.
Yeah.
Pre-wedding dinner was a rager.
Oh, really?
To the point where I said to myself, will this wedding even happen?
Right.
Can this wedding happen?
Right.
Will people be in the condition to be able to attend the wedding?
Right.
Because
were there great toasts?
Oh, there were extraordinary toasts.
Any embarrassing moments?
There were no.
I'm fishing for something.
I love the moments that are dreadful.
Did any of the gay men take all their clothes off and take long baths with naked adopted babies underneath the age of 10 but older than the age of 5? No, just me? Okay. I just wanted to know if anyone else is doing that. I thought I started a trend, but apparently not.
Any embarrassing moments?
There were no.
I'm fishing for something.
I love the moments that are dreadful.
Yes, exactly.
We all love.
Yes.
That was a bad one. There wasn't a dud.
That's
nice. It was like one show-stopping speech after another.
Did you cry?
I cried like a baby.
Really?
I really did, because both Michael and Joe were so emotional when they saw each other that I started sobbing.
Right.
And then I got bounced off of my flight. So my phone was vibrating, and I'm like, who keeps calling me?
Right.
I guess I got my flight got canceled. It got rebooked, but a lot of people at the wedding started getting alerts that they were bounced off of their flights.
Okay.
So I was, for a moment, crying just for myself.
Yes, exactly. Wow. How long is the flight?
So you fly, so it's hard to qualify. I think it's like 8 hours to Madrid or 7 hours to Madrid, and Madrid to Tangier was 2 hours, so it wasn't that far.
Mark texted me this morning at like 6:30 wanting a book recommendation for his flight back.
What did you recommend?
I was like, it's 6:30 in the morning, dude.
I know.
I can't think about anything right now.
Because
I couldn't think of anything.
Mark had to fly to Italy from Tangier
to see your wee soccer team. And how is the wee soccer team doing?
So we thought they would clinch.
And how'd that go?
They tied, and they didn't clinch. So
because Mark was bad luck.
Yes,
is that investment starting to reap great rewards for you?
You know, it's an interesting term.
Okay.
Are you profiting?
Yes, it's given Mark a whole new life.
Okay, well, that's good. I will say that compared to Tangier's, my weekend pales in comparison.
So tell me about your...
But I did go yesterday to see Paw Patrol live.
Were you naked?
Paw Patrol Live got a way bigger applause than my trip to Africa.
I ran into Jessel Tank, Real Housewife of New York.
I see that.
And that was really fun. Now, getting Ben to go to things has become very difficult.
Something tells me that girl, oh, she's kind of hot. Is that your girlfriend? Yeah, and you know what's funny is, like, I don't watch any of the Real Housewives, so obviously I don't know who the hell that is, right? But the fact that she says she's on the Real Housewives probably lets me know, like me wanting to date her probably just went like this to, like, because you don't really have any classy women on that show. If you had any classy women on that show, it wouldn't be getting into its, 7th franchise, 20th season, whatever the 15th season, whatever the hell. You know what I mean? And something tells me that, like, she looks cute right there. Something tells me is that when she takes her hat off and puts on makeup and puts on a dress, I'd be less attracted to her. Because then she starts turning this fake, phony socialite where she has to be like, oh, hello, hi, mwah, mwah, like, make
Tell me about
it's not even
what
like a kiss on the cheek where your cheeks bump. You're not even touching. You're just like, and it's like, what the hell is that? If that's the way, if that's a suffice greeting for you, go back to Real Housewives of Wyoming. Real Housewives of Yellowstone.
Compared to Tangier's, my weekend pales in comparison.
So tell me about your...
But I did go yesterday to see Paw Patrol live. Paw Patrol
Live got a way bigger applause than my trip to Africa.
I ran into Jessel Tank, Real Housewife of New York.
I see that.
And that was really fun. Now, getting Ben to go to things has become very difficult. I tried to take him to the Harlem Globetrotters a few weeks ago, and he was like, I'm not going. And I know he's going to have a great time. What I did the morning of was I said, we're going to get fries at the Harlem Globetrotters game. And he was like, great. What time are we getting fries at the Harlem Globetrotters game? So this time I said, we're going to Paw Patrol. I am not. I refuse. Yesterday morning, I said, we are going to get popcorn at the Paw Patrol show. He said, what time are we getting popcorn? So we did. It was really fun. I like
that he's food incentivized. He is a chip off the old block.
It's like, hey, buddy, you want to go get a hot dog? And you're like, yes, I would love to get a hot dog. All right, we're going to go to this restaurant. It's at this theater where they're showing the Paw Patrol. You know? Hey, you want to go to a restaurant and get peanuts and popcorn? Yes. All right, we're going to go to this restaurant called the Harlem Globetrotters restaurant. It's really cool.
He is a chip off the old block.
Yeah, if we ever know who his old block is, because that would be his old man, and Andy's not his dad or his mom. So if you know that he's a chip off the old block, can you show us who the old block is so we can compare and contrast? How do you know who the old block is? Oh, my God. I'm going to have to unplug the TV now. Oh.
Patrol. So he said, what time are we getting popcorn? So we did. It was really fun. I like
that he's food incentivized. He is a chip off the old block. I can get Andy to do anything if I'm like, it's going to be Pepperidge Farm Goldfish.
Oh, no.
3
He
flavors.
put snacks out in front to get me to do things.
Yes, all I need to do is give him snacks, and he shows up.
He loved it. And the fun thing, when you go to one of those kids shows, you can talk in full voice during the show. So I was there with I was there with my executive producer, Deirdre Connolly, and her daughter, Isla. And Deirdre and I were doing tons of work business while we were sitting there, full voice. When we left, Ben said, that was amazing, Daddy. And I said, what was your favorite part? And he said, the hot dog. So it was also a great show. It was a really good show also.
I remember those. Like, and we had Sesame Street live.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and
I'm going to catch that with Lucy.
we bought the balloon.
Yes.
The Mylar balloon with Elmo on it.
Yes.
And I remember they sell you the balloon as you're going in, and it was like, please,
And then
the
you have
balloon. And I said, but you know, the balloon, like the tickets are the prize. We don't need a prize on top of the prize, but that went over like a lead balloon.
The tickets
So
are the prize.
we had to get the balloon.
Right.
And I remember they were like, please store your balloons. And I was like, so I had balloons in between my legs. It was like the earliest. This is how I started working out, holding balloons in between my legs.
It's pre.
Is that what you call balls? Balloons now? I paid a prostitute to lick my balloons? Is that what we're doing, Miss Italian?
We had to get the balloon.
Right.
And I remember they were like, please store your
balls.
And I was like, so I had
balls
between my legs. It was like the earliest. This is how I started working out, holding balloons. The balloon.
Right.
And I remember they were like, please store your
dicks.
And I was like, so I had
a dick.
Legs. It was like the earliest. This is how I.
People. Come on, people.
We had to get
balls.
I remember they were like, please store your
dick and balls.
And I was like, so I
dick and balls
in between my legs. It was like the earliest. This is how I started working out, holding balloons.
Penises
in between my legs.
It's pre-Suzanne Summers.
They didn't
I asked her.
They didn't want the balloon obstructing anybody's view.
Yes.
And I was like, perhaps sell the balloons afterwards.
Yeah. Were you a mom who let your babies cry it out in the crib at night when they were crying? Because I had another cry it out moment with Lucy last night where she started in at about 1:30 in the morning, and I was like, okay, you're going to be fine. And then it got to the point that I had to go in, and every time I went in, she stopped. It was like an I Love Lucy episode. Right. And then when I left, she would start the second the door latched. 3 times this went on. And then I left. Did you let them cry out?
I was really bad. When they cried.
You were like, come sleep with me.
As a matter of fact, with Ben, when we babysat Ben, and you were like, if he cries, do not wake him up.
Yeah.
It's a very strict schedule. He started crying, and Mark and I were in there.
Right.
We were singing Mr. Sandman to him.
We
were dancing around with him. But Mark always tells this story that I had to go out of town. We were doing the show, I think in Chicago. I had to go out of town for 2 nights. And I left Mark alone with 3 kids. And by alone, I meant I hired 3 babysitters to work to stay with Mark and the kids to make sure everything went as scheduled. And he said one night Joaquin started crying, and he went, and we had a baby monitor at the time that, you could hear in the other room. And Mark went in. He said, "You're going to be okay, dude." He unplugged the baby monitor, shut the door, and that was it.
I dig that. That is good.
And he goes, he slept through the night.
Yes.
I go, how do you know? He goes, I don't know.
Right.
He goes, I slept through the night.
He was there the next morning.
Yeah, he was there and it was fine.
Now, do you do Wordle in the morning?
I don't do
Oh, you should. It's so great. I'm obsessed. I do my Wordle. I got today in 4, I think.
Okay.
I send my score to my parents, my Uncle Stanley, and my sister Em. But there is a new study. This is interesting. A psychologist in New York says that Wordle has overtaken some of her patients' life, getting in the way of regularly scheduled programming. People are freaking out, riddled with anxiety, that they will be judged by their friends by their low Wordle score.
So what is the low Wordle score?
I think, Gelman. By the way, I found out today, Gelman does not share his score.
That means
it is under 3.
If it's share with the family, if it's 3 and under. Yeah, otherwise I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not going to say, oh, look at me, I did 5.
You have to guess it in
so
6
a low
total.
score is better than a high score.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. It's how many guesses. You should play. It's really,
it's really
a
fun.
great game.
Yeah.
So it's just a word?
You have to guess a word. Yeah, and I let Ben guess the first word every morning. He says, we're going to do the word. He guesses either bacon or shark every day. Okay. And bacon is not a horrible first word. No. And of course, it was bacon, bacon, bacon. And one day he guessed shark. Guess what the word was? Bacon. Oh. It's like, are you kidding me? Anyway.
Crazy.
It is.
I don't think I understand the game.
I know. It's really good. It's really good. It really sharpens the mind if it doesn't make you crazy first.
Well, they're also saying other things that are making us crazy. Stop filming yourself at the gym already.
Okay.
Now, they're saying people think that phones have gotten out of control at concerts and movies, and at people filming their food and all of that. But gym goers are questioning their filming counterparts online and in person. It's led to some confrontations. People think it's rude. Sometimes people think you're filming them when in fact you're just filming yourself.
I like to see hot people working out.
Do you film yourself?
I said I like to see hot people working out. No, occasionally I'll film a little walk and talk with Stanny, my trainer. That's fun, but that's not me like pumping iron.
Right.
No one wants to see that.
I want to see it.
You're kind.
I
would like to see working out.
I'm alone.
I would like to see it. I would like to see working out. Mark can
Mark working out is. I've seen Mark work out.
You know what I like when I turn on your show?
Yeah.
Mark, he'll wear a tight shirt.
Oh yeah.
I love it. I'm like, wow, I can see Mark's boobs today. Like, I love it. I'm like, this is keeping me tuning in every day. And I was getting dressed this morning at 6:30 while thinking of a book for Mark.
Crazy.
I was like, let me find a baggy suit. I'm not. Today is not the day. Anyway,
I always laugh because I say Mark buys the shirt in his size. I mean, he buys the shirt a size smaller than his size, and then he has it taken in.
Yes, right, good. And we are all grateful for it. By the way, #1 entertainment show on
Yes,
Days
right. In the history of television. Yeoman invented television.
We had that discussion before the show.
We have a huge, huge show today. Kim Raver is here.
Hirooyuki Sanada is here.
And in honor of Earth Day, we're going to begin Green Week with Ashlee Piper, and Andy and I are going to play Green Wordle. Yeah. No, we're going to test
our eco-friendly knowledge, which I'm very excited about.
Okay, now this is a very big deal today because what's about to happen, I don't think has happened here before. Oh, we've done it once before, I think, maybe when Mark was out sick.
Stump Mark without Mark.
We're going to play Stump Mark without Mark.
For Mark.
So you're going to have to really put on your thinking cap because Mark does not want to give away prizes willy-nilly. He wants to rob our viewers of the prize. Without Mark.
For Mark.
So you're going to have to
which I'm very excited about.
Okay, now this is a very big deal today because what's about to happen, I don't think has happened here before. Oh, we've done it once before, I think, maybe when Mark was out sick.
Stump Mark without Mark.
We're going to play Stump Mark without Mark.
For Mark.
So you're going to have to really put on your thinking cap because Mark does not want to give away prizes willy-nilly. He wants to rob our viewers of the prize and the t-shirt. All right, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time to play.
Mark, and Andy in the bathtub naked with his adopted son for lots of time, unnecessarily.
On the phone today is Lauren Kurth from Toledo, Ohio, who watches us on WUPW. Okay. Hi, Lauren. How are you?
Hi, Kelly. Hi, Andy.
Hey, Lauren.
Now, Lauren, I'm going to explain this game to Andy as much as I'm going to explain it to everybody else. You've given Andy two statements. One is true, one is false. He has 60 seconds to decide which is the truth. If you stump him, you will win this, the Kelly and Mark mug. It's exclusive.
Okay.
It's
kind of my lucky day.
okay. Here are
Mark's
Lauren's.
not there.
These are the statements?
Yeah, that's true. Mark's not here. This is your lucky day.
Well, I mean, that's assuming that I can't do this game. You've given us two statements.
There they are.
One is true, one is false. Here are the statements. I went bungee jumping in Pigeon Forge, home of Dollywood, by the way.
Of course.
I umpire softball with my husband. Okay, Lauren, are you afraid of heights?
No, I'm not afraid of heights
Are
at all.
you a Dolly Parton fan?
Love Dolly Parton.
Do you like softball?
Only if they're in between Kelly's legs. Oh my God. So let's see what we got here. I went bungee jumping in Pigeon Forge. Sure, why not? That could be a lie. I umpire softball with my husband. I think she umpires softball with her husband.
No, I'm not afraid of heights
Are
at all.
you a Dolly Parton fan?
Love Dolly Parton.
Do you like softball?
I love it. I've been playing, well, I played since I was 12 years old up until I was about 45.
Do you love your husband?
Oh, my heart.
Do you like to do things with your husband?
Like sex?
Yes, we do a lot. We spend a lot of time together.
Are you an active outdoors person?
Yeah, I'm pretty athletic. I've gotten slowed down in my old age, but yeah, I'm out there.
Okay. Have you been to Dollywood?
Yes.
Okay. Explain the strike zone.
Well, it depends on what you're umpiring, but for softball that I umpired, it's 3 to 6 in fast pitch and 3 to 10 in slow pitch.
I don't even know what that means. It's like
You know what? I have to say, but she did say for softball, which I umpired, which makes me think she is a cunning person, Lauren Kurth, in Toledo. I have to say she was very fast to identify herself as a Dolly fan, which is what would have brought her to Pigeon Forge. I, too, have been to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
I want to do the show there.
I want to do it with you. Can we send Mark to that Italian soccer team to do that? I'm going to guess the bungee jumping in Pigeon Forge. That's true.
Dang it, it is true.
Yes! All right! You did not win a mug or a t-shirt!
Don't be so happy.
Marcus Duelo. That's right, Lauren. You still have a chance. You know, we're keeping on taking your mug. You still have a chance to win a valuable trip. It's
That's how
time
Mark does it,
for
right?
Warm It Up Travel Trivia.
From Attleboro, Massachusetts.
Come on, you'll be fine. And that's all I see on the monitor. Is I say, what's going on? And he starts crying. He goes, you'll be. And he goes, you'll be fine. And click, he unplugs the monitor. So I hear all you. He goes, you'll be fine. And then, and that's it. Disconnect. Now this is the favorite time for all of us. Where it's my favorite time because I get to dance like I'm a 10-year-old TikToker. And you get to rate me on how good I am in mimicking this person. No, we're not doing that.
Taking your mug. You still have a chance to win a valuable trip. It's time for Warm It Up Travel Trivia.
Massachusetts. Today is her birthday.
Andy,
All right, Deja, spin that.
Andy, can I ask you a question for my birthday? What is it like to be a grown man to adopt a young boy and then sit naked in a bathtub for an hour watching him when he's 7 years old and you're 50?
Massachusetts. Today is her birthday.
Happy birthday!
All right, Deja, spin that wheel to see what else Lauren's playing for.
All right.
Oh my God. This is a trip for two to Margaritaville Island Reserve in Riviera, Cancun in Mexico.
Oh my gosh.
7 days, 6 nights. It's all inclusive. That means it includes all.
Including all the margaritas that she and her long-suffering husband.
It's a prize value of $5,400. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Lauren, good luck. Here's the question.
Okay, here's the question. Lauren, on Friday's show, Kelly and Mark talked with Billy Gardell. Who did Billy say is his favorite baseball player of all time?
Willie Stargell, but only when he's getting a blowjob.
Congratulations.
Dude, Andy's on coke again. The dude gets coked up every fucking day.
Reserve Riviera Cancun. Unleash your inner own spirit and discover true 5-star luxury and the license to chill. Indulge in delicious cuisine, unique activities, and dazzling entertainment. Enjoy endless opportunities to disconnect from the ordinary and rediscover your inner paradise. Your prize is valued at approximately $5,400.
Wow. You know what? She won it so quickly because I said long-suffering husband, and she was getting me back. Good job, Lauren.
I turned to Andy and I said, I was here and I don't remember that. So that was really impressive that you knew that. And the best part of that whole tape package, you can lay in the ocean on a margarita-shaped float.
With the margarita in my hand.
I mean, that is so exciting. Congratulations. All right, now you get to make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive a $500 gift card from Grubhub. So please pick a number between 1 and 185.
You have 185.
Well, because Andy called my husband long-suffering. He's been long-suffering for 46 years with me. 46.
46. Live from Shogun, Hirooyuki Sanada. We begin Go Green Week with a lesson in how to be more eco-friendly. And coming up next from Grey's Anatomy, Kim Raver.
You know what? Believe it or not, that girl is going to be Dynamite Sack. That's the nickname for my junk, the junk in my truck, the Dynamite Sack.
The Apollo Theater. Tickets at choirofmanchicago.com.
Tomorrow's show, Zendaya will be here.
Major performance by Craig David.
And Go Green Week continues with a look at plant-based and no-waste cooking with Carly Bodrug. And Mark will return from Italy. Yeah, I know he's returning because he sent me a picture of himself on the airplane this morning. Yes.
Is coming back.
24, Designated Survivor, Third Watch, and of course, Grey's Anatomy. Is there anything she's a part of that isn't successful?
No.
I don't think so. Please welcome back to the show, Kim Raver. You just got back from Virginia.
I did. My son plays volleyball for NYU.
Wow.
They made it to, that was the quarterfinals They won that game against the #1 team in the country.
Wow.
I have no voice.
You don't.
I literally, it was like, imagine though, I mean, because most of the families for the opponents live in Virginia.
Yeah.
So imagine like all of you guys times 3, and then there was 6 NYU parents. Right.
No.
We were like courtside. It went to the 5th set. I literally have never been more nervous in my entire life. The match point like went to my son. He hits it over. We're all like courtside. Like I'm like, and then they won the point. The 6 parents ran onto the court to celebrate. It was literally one of the most. And I thought like, oh, I love to look like an athlete running onto the court. You guys, I look like a starfish. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It was ridiculous. I played it back. It was incredible. It was really like one of the most spectacular moments. You know, you drive to your sporting events for your kids, like day in and day out, and then to have this incredible win from the underdogs, this team, they came together as a team. I mean, I couldn't have asked for it.
Wow. NYU volleyball.
Now I'm going to Duluth, Iowa on Thursday.
Of course you are. I'm going to Duluth, Iowa on Thursday.
Come with us. I need more fans.
We actually have a video of you watching.
Oh, this was okay. This was the. Oh yeah. Okay, this is at home before they won.
So you starfish at home as well.
I guess I do. In my mind, I'm like this incredible athlete, and I'm like, you know, when you see them like running out to the court, I watched it back. I was like, who is that? It was an incredible moment.
You know, you and Andy have something in common. You both went to
BU. Wow.
Boston University.
Yes.
You spoke at graduation.
I did. That was the other moment of my life where I was the most nervous. I mean, first of all, going back to your alma mater, there's so much that, you know, is involved in going back when you were like a teenager in college. But it was so incredible to talk to them. I mean, my whole thing in my speech was about how you better measure your couch before you move into your apartment. And at first they were like, what? That's not the advice that we wanted for your speech.
That's actually great advice.
Is it great advice?
Yes.
You guys, I bought a couch when I graduated. I didn't measure it. Who measures a couch? And I couldn't fit it through the threshold of the door. So I broke down. My landlord came and he was like, what are you doing?
Right.
This is why I've never been asked to speak at BU's graduation. I have no advice like this.
Wait, have you not been asked?
Everything's cool. When we come back, we're going to find out how Kim copes with a real emergency. Be right back.
Still ahead. Shogun star Hirooyuki Sanada.
Wasn't Walt Disney World thrill feel like? It's like, partners. And like...
That's who she is.
Watch all 50 of my subscribers.
Nope, definitely not you. Save a DriveWise and get a rate based on you. You're in good hands with Allstate. Before we go in, this patient room is a little different. There are limited supplies, bare furniture, and everything is strapped down. Not only to contain potential TB, but also anything can be a weapon. Right, keep your mask. Ready? Yeah. Thank you.
I just didn't feel like that mask was enough.
Well, you're so concerned about getting all your stuff. I mean, it's funny because it seems like you're just getting dressed for work, but that's the funny thing also and so great about working with the new interns. Mm-hmm. They're all incredible actors, but there's so much stuff to get used to. All we're thinking about in that moment is like, oh, I gotta get the thing on, oh, that's falling off, oh, the mask is like getting in my hair. I mean, and we have some very funny moments with the interns because we're kind of used to it, so we have little systems to kind of get through it. And out of the corner of my eye, I can always kind of see them. They're like, the glove's not on yet. Wait, hang on. So sometimes you'll see me slowing my line down because I can see that she needs an extra minute, or I need an extra minute to get my glove on.
That's so funny. So, like, the actor interns are like interns in that way. That's so crazy. What was going on in that scene?
We are going in to do a medical checkup on an inmate who's a prisoner who's come because they're not taking care of him in the penitentiary, so we are caring for him.
Last season, your character almost died, and you were just laying there for episodes. What was that like?
It seems like it should be easy. Everyone's like, my husband was like, you get to lie in bed today. It is not fun, let me tell you. No, you have to have this sort of intubation, and I'll be lying there going, you guys better get this right, please. Like, when they're doing, CPR, you're like, not so hard. Or you'll be lying there, and Kevin was directing one of the episodes, and you want to sneeze, or something is really bothering you, and you know that they're timing, you're just like, oh my God, hurry up and get this take, just hurry. Just because I would feel the camera go by me, and I would have one of the cast members just sort of tap me on the shoulder once the camera was by me, so at least I could take a breath. It reminds me of when I was working with Scott Foley. Amazing.
Yeah, of course.
And he has a scene where he's dead. The character is dead, Henry. And I have this very, very emotional scene. But he had to be underneath the sheets and hold his breath. And he's like, Kim, I know that you're trying to get to the emotions. He goes, but I can't hold my breath that long.
And did you say that's a you problem, not a me problem? Grey's Anatomy is Thursdays at 9 right here on ABC. Coming up next, Hirooyuki Sanada from Shogun.
Tomorrow live, the new film Challengers, Zendaya. Coming to Chicago, a new musical comedy that's so good you could just die. The pre-Broadway world premiere of Death Becomes Her, musical comedy revitalized. Performances begin April 30th. Get tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com.
100% of dark spots are intensified by the sun.
Bright Reveal Daily Sunscreen.
No white test. We're SPF every single day. Rain or shine.
Anti-Dark Spot Sunscreen by L'Oreal Paris. Hyaluronic acid for your hair.
L5 Hyaluron Plus Plump Serum by L'Oreal. A lightweight leave-in with 2% hyaluronic hair complex to replump hair with moisture for up to 72 hours. More hydration, less frizz. L5 Hyaluron Plus Plump from L'Oreal.
Tension. Are you suffering from knee pain but want to avoid the complications and recovery time of knee replacement surgery? You're not alone. Recent studies suggest a shocking fact. 1/3 of all knee surgeries performed in a single year were unnecessary. But there's good.
Gosh, this is actually, Tua Tagovailoa. I'm trying to work in chronological. Tua Tagovailoa was a lefty.
Pre-Broadway world premiere of Death Becomes Her, musical comedy revitalized. Performances begin April 30th. Get tickets at BroadwayInChicago.com.
Here comes the legendary actor and action star whose work includes The Twilight Samurai, John Wick 4, Bullet Train, and the FX series Shogun, which everyone is obsessed with. Please welcome Hirooyuki Sanada.
Wow. Hirooyuki, does everyone call you Hiro?
Yes.
And may we call you Hiro?
Please call me. Call me Hiro.
It's such a great name.
Oh, not H-E-R-O. H-I-R-O.
I know, I understand.
Still great.
It's a great
I'm
name.
so happy to be here.
You've been working your entire life in show business.
Almost entire life.
Wow. You were how old when you first stepped in front of a camera?
In front of us, 2 camera was 4.
Wow. Child model. Oh, Oh, wow.
That was my first movie when I was 5.
Okay.
Wow.
My role was a son of Yakuza.
Okay.
Wow.
And black and white, looks like.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the second movie, getting color. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Culture shock.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. And then now, digital, 3D, HK.
Yeah, right.
You know, you have a child that age.
I know, that's
So,
crazy to think
like,
of.
Could you
Can't
see
imagine my
Ben
kids
on a
sitting still
on
to
a
do
set?
something.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Did you like being on film sets when you were that young?
Yes, very much. I love the set, especially the sound of the sound stage. Yelling and hammers, making set, made me sleepy, relax, and that was my lullaby when I was a kid.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
You're also trained in martial arts. How did that begin for you?
Because I had to quit when I was 10 years old, because my manager and parents said, you have to quit at once if you want to be a good actor in the future. And then I didn't want to quit. So I was cried, oh no, but I had to. Then I started to watching movie at the theater first time, get the ticket as an audience, and then watching screen, and I felt so far, screen so far, because I quit it already. And then, how can I go back to the screen in the future? Then I started watching Hollywood movie, European movies, and then, I surprised. Big star doing own stunts, action, singing, dancing. Right? Gene Kelly, John Wayne.
You set up your whole future by learning that.
Yeah.
That was really smart.
If I can be an actor in the future, I want to do everything by myself. Then I started the training when I was 13, beginning Japanese traditional dance and jazz dance, singing, and martial arts. I started training as an actor.
So you're a quadruple threat.
Yes, and now you can do everything. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the role
It's your Warming Up Web Trivia, and you can have the chance to win the Raver i3 Plus from iRobot. Just go to livewithkellyandmark.com to enter today.
So we're on this long hike. I go, oh my God, a snake. And what she says, she goes, huh? She's just walking down.
Next live from the movie Challengers, superstar Zendaya. Plus, Craig David performs.
Times may change, but some things remain timeless.
I've been using Dove Beauty Bar for more than 25 years. Dove is 1 quart moisturizing cream. I feel silky smooth.
I think I found them.
Really?
Making your dog your ring bearer is one way to show your love.
Car part. It's just a car part. Look at it.
But delicious Caesar canine cuisine is a better way.
Hot topics, passionate views. It's all on the table.
I can't even believe this is happening in my lifetime.
Speak it, girl. Speak it.
Yes.
America's most watched daytime talk show is ABC's The View.
On the next Tamron Hall, when it comes to marriage and parenting, DeVal and Kadeen Ellis hold nothing back. Then, legendary hip-hop trio Diggable Planets, they perform their iconic hit because, yes, they are still cool like that. Next Tamron Hall.
Today at 1 on ABC 7.
At United Vein Centers, our minimally invasive treatments for vein disease will have you back on your feet again, pain-free, with legs that'll feel like new. The treatments are covered by Medicare and most health insurance. Call us today to schedule your free vein screening at one of our locations.
This is Steve and Samantha Mallman. They're lawyers who fight nursing home negligence and...
Hold on a sec. Our country's nursing homes are in crisis. 94% don't meet minimum staffing guidelines, and your loved ones are paying the price. Mallman Law will find out who's responsible for their injuries. It's the nursing home's job to keep your loved one safe, and if they don't, it's our job to make sure your family receives justice and compensation.
Mallman Law. We know what matters most.
My treatment at United Vein Centers has literally changed my life.
Spending the day on my feet now? Not a problem, thanks to United Vein Centers.
For healthy legs that make you feel like new, schedule your free vein screening at one of our locations.
のがお読みになられたとは思いません。
マリコ殿の歌じゃ。後に残るは言葉のみか。
There's a reason everybody's obsessed with this show. Based on the 1975 novel, it's set in 1600 Japan, and you star as a powerful lord. You're fighting for survival. Tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, this drama is an epic historical drama with including political strategy, power, love, action, and family drama all in one.
Wow, and you're a producer.
Producer as well.
Congratulations.
First time ever.
Yeah.
And this is your first time producing.
Yeah.
So what was it like to have, that kind of power? Do you have to fire anyone?
Yeah, I felt the difference with the title of producer. It's huge.
Yeah,
I can say everything without hesitation. People listening to me, but it was so much fun.
Right,
involving for the creative from the zero. So I could hire Japanese crew, specialists for the samurai movie.
Yeah,
and then bring to Vancouver, where we shot.
Well, the finale of Shogun on FX premieres tomorrow, April 23rd on Hulu. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Coming up next, we're going to learn how to be more eco-friendly after this.
Tomorrow on Live, a performance by Craig David.
Nothing dims my light like a migraine. With Nurtec ODT, I found relief.
The only migraine medication that helps treat and prevent all in one.
To those with migraine, I see you.
For the acute treatment of migraine with or without aura and the preventive treatment of episodic migraine in adults. Don't take if allergic to Nurtec ODT. Allergic reactions can occur even days after using. Most common side effects are nausea, indigestion, and stomach pain.
It's time we all shine. Talk to a healthcare provider about Nurtec ODT from Pfizer.
That old AC has got to go.
Oh, it's gone all right.
Oh, it's going. That's not the
Ready
AC.
to replace your old AC? Help is just...
That's not the AC. That's the new vibrator I bought in my pants. That's not the AC. That's the new vibrator I bought. It's in my pants. Or as they say in England, it's in me pants. It's in me pants, eh? Ireland. It's in me vagina.
18K mounts are $4.99.
On the AC
Thousands of
machine.
choices, always the best deal. Jewelry exchange Villa.
I got a story to tell. Bon Jovi was real fun, and I thought everybody was enjoying it.
Wrong. Every night was a war. They were like the Beatles. They almost killed us.
Are we telling the truth, or are we going to lie?
Today we are kicking off Go Green Week with the challenge Fit for Earth Day. Here to play and share eco-friendly changes we can make in our everyday lives is sustainability expert Ashlee Piper. Hey, Ashley.
I'm so happy to be here,
Me
y'all.
too. I can't wait to play this game.
I know.
This game called This or That?
This or That. But I
called
want
the
to issue a
shitty fucking
caveat. Like,
game
just
in the
because we're
world.
saying this or that thing, you guys can do all of these things.
Okay.
So we're going to just get right into it. Because what's at stake here? This golden planter. Big deal.
Yes.
Big deal.
And
Succulents.
our Earth. No big deal.
And our Earth.
Okay.
Very
Yes.
big deal. You are correct. All right. Which is more eco-friendly? Changing 10
Lambskin-
incandescent light bulbs
lambskin
to LEDs,
condoms.
or turning off the lights when not in use? I can see the audience is already like, what? Quick now. Quick.
Okay.
Show it.
Well, I would venture to guess turn the lights off when they're not in use, which seems too obvious. So it seems like a trick question. Because here you're turning the lights off whenever they're not in use. And here it's change the light bulbs to LEDs. But what she's not saying is that in this first option, when you change the light bulbs to LEDs, you're also turning the LEDs off when they're not in use. It doesn't mean change the light bulbs to LEDs and leave them on all the time. No, the answer is change the light bulbs to LEDs because the LEDs are more eco-friendly, but you still turn them off. You don't leave LEDs on all the time. The amount of energy you waste when the light bulbs are on compared to off probably is a little different than that, because the LEDs, even if they're on all day, they use less energy. I bet my guess is the first one. Change light bulbs to LEDs.
LEDs.
Oh, you're correct. Yes, changing LEDs is great, saves more energy, but also turning off the lights when not in use is great as well, because as my dad says, we don't own the power company. Right. So there we go. Okay, which is more eco-friendly? Carpooling 2 days a week or telecommuting for work 5 days out of the month? A little tricky math there. Sorry, y'all.
So that's basically 8 to possibly 10 days a month carpooling or telecommuting 5 days a month. Well, obviously, what's telecommuting? Telecommuting is working from home. So basically 3 weeks out of so basically what, 15, 16, 17 days out of the month, you drive by yourself, or 2 days a week you carpool. Well, you're saving gas. No, the carpooling is more eco-friendly. Only 2 days a week. That's 8 days a month. But the other one, you're working from home 25 days, or 5 days a month. You're still driving by yourself. The carpool has to be the right answer.
He's mad. He's mad about it. What do you think? Go with your gut. Go with your gut. Carpool? What did you say?
Why do I think Andy got it right and Kelly got it wrong? Oh, yeah, because Kelly's stupid.
Andy's mad. He's mad about it. What do you think? Go with your gut. Go with your gut. Carpool? What did you say? Telecommuting? It's actually carpooling 2 days a week. Okay? It's carpooling because that ends up being 8 days a month as opposed to 5 days out of the month. Yep. But they're both super beneficial depending upon what you need to do to get to work.
Okay.
All right. What's more eco-friendly? Replacing 25 miles of driving per week with riding a bike or with taking a diesel bus? Oh, yeah. Oh, hey now, don't help him.
Biking. It has to be biking.
You're absolutely right. Taking a bike by a little bit.
Wow.
There we go. We've got some eco experts out here in these streets, don't we? My gosh, it is Earth Week. Okay, more eco-friendly. Packing your lunch in an old plastic container that you already have, or packing your lunch in a new glass container that you just bought.
The glass container.
Oh, this feels like a trick.
My head hurts.
The glass container.
Kelly knows me. She knows I'm out here with these tricks.
The glass container that you just bought. Easy.
Show it. Okay, it's actually, Andy, I got to give it to you. What you already have is infinitely better for the planet than buying something new, even if it's eco-friendly. Oh, no, don't make it spiteful. You're just...
I'm just trying to play the game.
Sometimes we see these new eco-friendly things, we want to buy them. It's great, too. But if something that you already have still has utility, you got to use it. Yeah, okay. Kelly, you're amazing.
No, I got it.
You're doing a great job. Okay, which is more eco-friendly? Switching your home electricity to a green energy provider or driving an electric vehicle?
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
Switching your home. Because you don't drive all the time.
Kelly's right. It's actually switching your home energy to a green energy provider.
Well done.
And the nice thing is anybody can do this even if you rent.
Okay, last one.
All right, last one. Which is more eco-friendly? Replacing 3 meaty meals with 3 plant-based ones per week, or eliminating 1 round-trip cross-country flight per
Eliminating
year?
1 cross-country flight.
Okay, so y'all are close. It's actually the flight, but just by a sliver. In fact, switching to a more plant-based diet is one of the most eco-friendly things you can do. So, wow, guys, you did amazing.
Kelly won the planter.
I feel like you should own that. I feel like you should live in the clubhouse.
But you know what? Hopefully everybody has some takeaways. All of these are great steps. Doing whatever you can that fits with your lifestyle to be more eco-friendly is a wonderful thing to do.
Thank you so much for this and more information. Go to kellyandmark.com. We'll be right back.
If you would like to know more about everything you see online, log on to our website at livewithkellyandmark.com.
We love to smoke it. When I say earth, I mean weed, marijuana, and I smoke it. It's the earth. I got 1 wrong. I think I went 4 and 1. However many there were, I got 1 wrong. 3 and 1, 4 and 1, 5 and 1. You tell me.
Insurance companies hire.
You guys are the weirdos following me. I'm just a simple man trying to fish and earn a simple living, fishing for me and my family. In this here pond here, I built with my own 2 hands. Come on.
Sono Bello. You choose where to remove fat, and we remove it permanently. Free information at sonobello.com.
Andy Cohen, my incredible co-host for the day, has the Daddy Diaries coming out in paperback.
Yes, May 5th.
May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. Watch What Happens Live. Listen to this. Watch What Happens Live celebrates its 15th anniversary this year on Bravo TV. Can you
imagine? And you will not find a stupider show on television. 15 years running.
I don't know. We challenged that here.
But I have a fight to pick.
Okay.
With Roz Pinkert.
Okay.
From Talmadge, Ohio. Tell the people what Roz chimed in with
Roz
during the show.
Says all the time Andy spends with those housewives must have helped him with Stump Mark. He asked all the right questions. This should not be counted as a win for Mark.
Roz! Lay off!
How dare you, Roz? Amy Hurst from Indianapolis, Indiana, says, I love Andy as a fill-in for Mark, and I love the videos he posts with his son on Instagram.
Thank you, Amy. Amy, get with Roz and tell her what's up. Happy Passover, everybody. It begins tonight. Thank you. I love you.
It's Empire Today's biggest sale. The 50-50-50 sale. 50% off carpet and flooring, 50% off padding and materials, and 50% off installation.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
Break up with your old wings and lemon pepper wing from Popeyes. Crispy, saucy, Popeyes finally has wings in 6 flavors. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
When my doctor told me I had to go on increased blood pressure medicine, I didn't want to do it. I was diagnosed with fatty liver, I was hypertensive, and I was pre-diabetic. I turned to Seattle Sutton to help me.
It's not anything like the other diet plans that I've ever done in my entire life, and I no longer have prediabetes.
So after losing 150 pounds, my doctor didn't recognize me. He said, keep doing what you're doing, the results are amazing, and I still am today.
So you sold to Grandview Homes instead of a real estate agent. Was it a complicated process?
The process with Grandview was virtually effortless. They communicated clearly and effectively, said what they would do, and did exactly what they said. They give you a fair price offer, close quickly, and pay promptly. In my opinion, they're the best.
Call or visit GrandviewHomes.com. We buy every home as is, and you'll get a fair cash offer in just hours. Grandview Homes, the easiest and fastest way to sell your home.
Wake up with ABC7 Eyewitness News this morning.
The View starts right now. Putin on the Blitz. After a sit-down with Tucker Carlson, the Russian president continues his public media blitz, claiming he wants Biden in power instead of Trump, as Congress reportedly goes on red alert over Russia's alleged plan to put nukes in space.
I think we're concerned about the tyrants of the world being on the march.
I'm not at liberty to disclose classified information and really can't say much more.
Is Putin playing mind games with American voters to mess with the 2024 election? I heart politics. How the White House used Valentine's Day to troll House Speaker.
Oh, that's it, guys. Season walking. There you go. Season fucking 2, episode 162 is in the
going
books.
up against Jordan Love. And obviously Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions within the same division, within the same conference.
I think it's the best decision in the NFC, Stephen A.
So, okay, that's cool.
Division, yeah.
That's cool. It's tough, which means somebody ain't gonna look good enough.
All right. Dan, Mina.
I'm going to say this. If J.J. McCarthy was drafted by the Giants, he'd suck. Drafted by the Vikings, he's going to do fine. He's going to be above average. He's going to be good. Possibly he could be very good and possibly excellent. With the Giants, look, at the best of his ability with the Giants, at best he would be a good above average quarterback, similar to Brock Purdy. But with the Vikings, at his best, his ceiling could be, just as far as stats, right? It doesn't have to be about mechanics and stuff, but he could be Aaron Rodgers. He could be a team that, he could be a quarterback. The Vikings could win 13 games with J.J. McCarthy. You know what I mean? At the absolute most, 13 games, I would say. The absolute most the Giants would win with J.J. McCarthy, maybe 10 if they're lucky, because of the receivers. Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison trump the hell out of Jalen Hyatt and a rookie Malik Neighbors. Now, Malik Neighbors ends up shining. That's going to be different. But if Neighbors just ends up being a very good wide receiver, very much like a Jerry Jeudy, he doesn't become a CeeDee Lamb or a Justin Jefferson or a Tyreek Hill. He just becomes a Jerry Jeudy average receiver. Jalen Hyatt and Malik Neighbors and Wan'Dale Robinson aren't going to do anything to help J.J. McCarthy. And J.J. McCarthy sure as hell ain't going to do anything to help them, right? And then you look at the tight end, Darren Waller. Darren Waller is just collecting checks for, not caring. I'm surprised no one's got the memo that Darren Waller checked out of football a long time ago. I'm pretty sure he fell off the wagon, and he only just is working and collecting paychecks to save up in his bank account so he could spend it all on booze in the offseason. And I'm sure once his contract is done or whatever, the Giants can feel like they can mutually part ways with him. Even if they got to eat a little bit of money, he's going to be done, and no one's signing him again. You know what I mean? He came back and he played. He was a great tight end. He's a great tight end when he's broke and he needs money. Once he's already secured his bag, he doesn't care anymore. So he's good at pretending and churning like that he loves football and churning it on and being good to get the check. Once you write the check and the check is cleared, then he goes back down to a 2 out of 10 and doesn't care. So TJ Hawkinson, way better than Waller. Addison and Jefferson, way better than Neighbors and Hyatt and Wan'Dale Robinson. All right. The Vikings get to play indoors 8 or 9 games a year. I'm sure J.J. McCarthy will have, despite the fact that he's played in cold weather in Michigan and probably Purdue, Indiana, all those. He's played in cold weather. He's from the Chicago area. But I'm pretty sure any quarterback would rather spend 8 or 9 games playing indoors in one of the newest state-of-the-art stadiums as opposed to playing outdoors in New Jersey in a field you share with another team, And then on top of that, with the Giants, McCarthy's playing road games against the Eagles, outdoors, Philly, against Washington, outdoors. Not as cold as Philly, but it could still get cold in November and December in Washington, in D.C., and the other team. Well, Dallas is indoors, but still, it's a lot more favorable. Sure, of course, with the Giants, you got to play the Bears, you got to play the Packers, but the Bears are going to have an indoor stadium within the next 4 or 5 years. And then after that, Minnesota's indoors, Detroit's indoors, your home team is indoors. So you're spending 9 games indoors in Minnesota. You're going to spend the 10th game indoors in Detroit, 11 games indoors in Chicago. Eventually, you're going to have 11 games in a controlled temperature. And the only one, and then if you get lucky and you play at Green Bay, like the first 4, 5, 6 weeks of the season, it could be 55, 60, 70 degrees in Green Bay in the middle of September, October. You know what I mean? So the cold weather is definitely going to would hurt him more. And the lack of production. Just Minnesota's a better team, better situation for McCarthy. Oh my God, what the fuck is this shit? Anyways,
same conference.
I think it's the best decision in the NFC, Stephen A.
Okay, that's cool.
That's cool. He said, that's cool. So thanks for watching, everyone. It's the day after the draft. That was Andy Cohen guest hosting with the guests. I don't even know what the fuck their names are. It's in the caption. The one girl and then the one guy from Shogun, and then the girl doing the little eco-friendly game. Make sure to like and subscribe. And hey, if you like playing sports, would you like to go bowling with my balls? Your teeth could be the pins because they're white with red stripes.